Helen here with Eyes on the Game, and I'm here at RUCA being joined by the former UFC lightweight champion, Rafael dos Anjos. Now you are making your welterweight debut in Singapore UFC Fight Night 111 against Tarek Saffiedine. How has this training camp been so far?
Yeah, it's been great, like just for the fact I don't need to worry about my weight much. So I still have to cut some weight, but since I made the move to welterweight, my life changed for completely. I've been training more relaxed. I've been having a better life. I think I did what I had to do. Everything I reached to the top on for lightweight division, and now it's time to move forward and maybe get a belt on this new division.
Yeah, I know that you have been very vocal about, wanting to potentially or eventually fight for the welterweight title. But I'm curious right now, so you say that weight's something you don't have to worry about anymore. What weight do you walk around at right now?
Yeah, I'm like 180, 187 this morning. Okay. So I still 17 pounds over, but that's easy for me. I'm 3 weeks out, and so training's been great. I have like no injuries, because I'm been training heavier, and I don't have that much injury that I have when I was cutting down to 155. So I've been training, so like my mind, everything else is so great now.
And what about training here at RUCA? Is this your first camp here? Because I know you left King's MMA.
Yeah, I left there, so now I'm training here with Coach Perillo, and great energy, Perillo, it's a guy have a lot of knowledge. He's been on the game, around the game for so long with BJ, guys like Michael Bisping as well. So for me, it's been an honor working with Coach Perillo here at RUCA, and so I have my Muay Thai coach Eduardo Pamplona as well, and so I have a great team with me, and looking forward for this welterweight debut.
And so looking at Tarek Saffiedine, though, how have you prepared to fight someone like him? I know that you wanted to fight, maybe Robbie Lawler, or you also mentioned Nick Diaz, which I do want to talk to you about. But for your debut, Tarek Saffiedine, are you happy with that?
Sure. I lost my belt, and I lost the fight after that. So I coming from 2 losses. I think their weight cut messed me up big time. I couldn't perform at my best, but that's past. And I think like at 170, for being a former lightweight champion, I deserve to fight a top 10. And Tarek Saffiedine, he's a top 10. He's number 10 on the ranking, and I think it would be a good match for me, to start on this division.
And looking at Robbie Lawler, since that was someone that you were interested in fighting, he is fighting Donald Cerrone, someone that you have beaten in the lightweight division. How do you see that fight going?
Yeah, it will be a great fight. Donald Cerrone, he's tough. He's been doing great at welterweight since he moved up, and I think he has won 5 fights and lost 1 for Jorge Masvidal. And it will be a great match, Robbie Lawler, he's a tough dude too. He's former welterweight champion. He's a tough guy. It will be a great fight. And
so, looking ahead, though, is Robbie still someone that you're targeting, or even is it Cowboy? Like, does it matter, or just anyone in the top 10 after this fight with Tarek?
Yeah, focus 100% right now on Tarek on June 17, Singapore. After that, we'll see. Robbie Lawler is a great name too, but as of now, my focus is on Tarek Saffiedine, and there is a lot of names on this division. And once I beat Tarek, I'm looking forward to fight a higher ranker guy, so I can make my path for the title. So once again, I'm no rush for the title. I'm 32 years old still. I'm it's my first fight at welterweight division on UFC, and I'm no rush, but I'm coming.
And do you ever see yourself going back down to lightweight ever?
Yeah, it could be, but as of now, for how much I'm making now, it's not worth it for me to put my body on that, on that level of stress and almost kill myself for like how much I'm making right now. If you one day UFC is interested in do a super fight or something, and they want me to go down to 155, we gotta sit down and talk.
So who would be a potential opponent for a super fight that you would be willing to go back down for?
Yeah, there's a lot of big names on this. Nate Diaz, it's a guy that I beat before, and now he beat Conor, and now he's very popular right now. And there's a lot of names. I not even mention Conor McGregor because I don't see he fight like MMA anymore. I don't think he's going to defend his belt at lightweight anymore. I think he's looking for fight boxing, and if he end up fighting UFC again, not gonna be on lightweight division. He probably gonna fight in a different division, so he get to keep his belt. So then he claims to be undefeated, but he never defended his belt. So for me, a champion like that doesn't deserve respect.
But speaking of Conor, though, do you ever, I know it's been over a year now, but do you ever kind of look back at UFC 196 when you were scheduled to fight Conor, and you just mentioned, kind of like after Nate fought Conor, it kind of, rose his stock, and he got that mainstream attention. Do you ever look back at that situation and reflect, like, what if, I didn't get injured and I fought Conor?
Yeah, it would be great, but the most thing that I got frustrated with was because I couldn't make the fight. It wasn't because it was against Conor, or I just was so frustrated because I couldn't fight. And if you look at my record, I have 34 fights, and I never had to cancel a fight due injury. And that was my first time I had to cancel the fight. It was a big fight, and a lot of people ask me, you would make a lot of money, you would get a big mainstream people, you get notice you even more. But I didn't care much about it. I just I got mad because I couldn't fight. I got hurt, but I think God make everything on the right time. That wasn't the right time, but life goes on. Now I'm in a different division, and I have new things on my mind.
Yeah, no, that's great. And it's true, everything does happen for a reason. But lastly, you mentioned, Conor, you don't think he will come back, but that fight with Floyd Mayweather, it looks like it is on track to happen probably by the end of this year. How do you see that fight going, and which round?
That's man. It's great for Conor, good for the guy. He's gonna make good money. And fight Floyd Mayweather. But I think when people give, I don't know if you remember James Toney and Rand Couture.
Yeah.
So they fought MMA. So you guys saw how the fight was. And same thing, Conor McGregor, man. This Floyd Mayweather, he guy's 49-0. He's been fighting with the best boxer in the world. And Conor McGregor doesn't have even one professional boxing fight. So it's if you give Conor a chance, you put in boxing too low by giving Conor McGregor a chance. I don't see Conor McGregor have any chance against Floyd Mayweather, but it's a fight. I want to see the fight as well.
Yeah. Well, but First off, before that fight, though, we all want to see your fight and your welterweight debut, your anticipated welterweight debut against Tarek Saffiedine, UFC Fight Night 111 in Singapore. Thank you so much, Rafael, for your time, and we look forward to your fight next month.
Thank you for having me. Hey guys, be tuned, June 17, welterweight debut. Take care.